Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly scopes. As always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experience at this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So, Aries, it seems that your focus, how you choose to focus on certain matters in your life at this time, is going to be important to get you through what might be initially felt as difficult or challenging or even heartbreaking. I see that the more you try and put the focus back, it's like you have a compass which the direction is wrong, and you need to put that compass back again on track to guide you towards the right direction. And this could be very related with your work life, financial situations, health wise, or even in terms of legalities, things that you need to get to the bottom of, things you need to sign, papers, things you are, things that are like hanging on your life for some time. And it's like, make it be the month of drive, of taking forward those issues that have been hanging too long, but it's going sometimes to be manifested in a quite unsettling way, up and down, always. Your direction is not, how can I say, I don't want to say that your direction is not right, but the way you are putting the focus into the matter, it needs to be addressed. It needs to have this type of wheel happening to put you back on the track of the right focus and the right attention. And it can bring you, this could be, you can become aware of this, that you need to put your attention and focus to the matters differently. This can happen after a certain suffering or difficult situation is manifested into the physical aspect of life. So the Three of Swords is in the body position. We know that the Three of Swords usually indicates a certain heartbreak, a certain degree of pain in our life, in a moment in our life, where simply sometimes this can indicate a disappointment with someone we trusted, disappointment with friends, disappointment with our the way things are going in our work life, in our domestic life, with our finances. Whatever it is, it brings a sense of downness to it, a sense of being down with the current um, the current present situation. And this is why, after a certain degree of suffering that might be experienced in many happens, you will put this wheel of fortune, which is in your heart, spinning again to put you into a path of good attention, of what you need to work on, what you need to pay your attention towards, what you need to have more skills, more advice, more structure, more knowledge, where you need to put your talents forward to help you out of this situation that can be cyclical even in your life. Of course, that when we have here a big card like the Wheel of Fortune in the heart position, sometimes it can be tricky because the Wheel of Fortune is that lesson that the only predictable thing in life is the unpredictability of it. So again, you may go through unexpected event, unexpected loss, unexpected news, unexpected circumstance that put your heart into a state of big shakeup because suddenly you need to adapt to new circumstances that appear out of nowhere. And the will in your heart is telling you to be okay with the ups and downs in life. Learn to ride this instability by learning to accept and adapt to the new opportunities that may be presented to you. And everything is cyclical in life, and everything is always changing, always manifesting a new aspect of it, and we're constantly up and down, going from sorrow to happiness, going to happiness to sorrow again. And so It's about learning to sway, to ride those changes. And your heart, again, may be a little bit unstable and feeling quite unsettling because maybe of um, there's a lack of strength or commitment or solid ground that you were desiring to accomplish at this time. But in the emotional realm, in the heart position, is telling you that if you do accept and embrace the changes, the surprises, the things that come your way, yes, and sometimes it can be horrible things. It can be unexpected surprises that have a really bitter taste. Things that we don't really felt we deserve, things that are unfair, things that come unexpectedly to shake us up when we were really trying to build something meaningful. But I know that it's bitter to have those the certainties suddenly taken away from us. I do because my ruling card is the Wheel of Fortune, so it's um, a constant lesson that I go through in my life and experiencing real highs and real lows in less than one day or one week. It's difficult because it keeps you constantly in a very stable type of inner feeling that then when you are trying to build something, when you're trying to trust in the long lasting potential of the issue, you don't trust because you know that life will take off the rug under your feet and you will fall. But the other way is this is about expanding your knowledge of life. It's when we are taking away our securities, we learn that things in life are temporary. And by learning that things in life are temporary, we shift our focus, we shift our priorities to living the life the fullest, riding those crazy times to the fullest, learning to embrace it, to accept the change, the instability factor of it, knowing that in all of its circle, we're going to learn, we're going to develop, we're going to go through those cycles of time and become more knowledgeable. So taking this shift of perception to the experience you're gaining out of this, it's going to be very important. And this is why I told you the focus, where you are aiming the compass, it's going to be very important to take you to the place of good feeling or starting to feel a little bit of meaning in what you are experiencing. The wheel sometimes also is related with things and patterns that we need to break so we don't keep repeating and reliving the same stories. So maybe there's something that this situation that might cause some pain in the physical aspect of life, or some suffering or heartbreak, is something that maybe you have been repeating a pattern, a thought pattern, an emotional pattern that you have been repeating over and over and over and over again. And it's time to separate yourself from that pattern that keeps you from expanding and living a life that is much more joyful. And when you learn to celebrate again all circumstances that you are surrounded by, this is a very hard um, mindset to be. I do understand how can we celebrate life when horrible things happen, really unfair things happen. Again, the answer here is in the will by understanding the temporary aspect of life. If you really understand the temporary aspect of life, you're going to start to realize and feel and understand that if everything is temporary, the deep attachments of pain and suffering we put to experiences are as well temporary, are kind of an illusion. It's the attachment that we put to the pain, the loss, the suffering, the belief that everything will last forever that creates the root of suffering when things are taken away from us by death, accidents, illnesses, losses. But if we really start getting our minds and our hearts into the realization that everything is temporary, we can feel better because we are prepared and equipped to life's constant surprises. But we don't become defined by that. We don't become defined by the changes. We trust, we believe that we are swaying in the right direction, and all of it, our experiences are going to take us forward to a place of joy. Even when things are not going the way we wanted, they are going the way we need to grow. And I know as well this is very hard to accept. But the wheel is telling you that if you put your focus right, if you put your attention right into these changes, you will find back the good luck that you are wanting, the good times that you are desiring, because you do have in your mind the Three of Pentacles, and in the spirit another three, the Three of Cups. This is good, this is great, because it's joining forces to celebrate, to create, to produce an abundant type of life. It's where you gather with friends, with people that are meaningful in your life, and you start together joining forces to initiate a new path, to think about that project, creating that strong, solid, valuable connections. They are going, at the very least, again, uh, teach you the importance and the value of putting your efforts together, creating something together with these amazing energies that, because of the change, are going to be manifested. So in your mind, you could be really thinking about work, developing new ideas, new projects, how maybe you're thinking about studying, you may be thinking about doing that workshop, studying that matter, or going to a professional place to ask for some information or advice. I did saw papers, you signing papers when I was meditating, and because in the wheel it shows up a lot of papers and information. It could be something about studies, or if you do feel compelled to study, to learn, to do something, a certain activity, do it, because it's going to bring you a sense of um, a better state of being, joyfully, trying to celebrate every experience in your life. Your spirit is telling you to find happiness, find back joy into the little things that we constantly undervalue and take for granted, as the sky, the clouds, the sun that sets and rises every day, the sea, the ocean, the friends for life, those family members we love, those experiences that still nourishing, even when things are not going right. Yes, go out, even if you feel pain, show up. Show up to others, show up to yourself, show up to life. This will help you get over, start to get over and put into perspective those unexpected events or changes in the physical aspect of life that are creating certain degree of suffering or disappointment or heartbreak. I know that it's inevitable that we all go through heartbreak for many reasons, but you can allow the pain without becoming defined by it. Many times, yes, we go out and we are not good, we are not okay, and it's not because we're going to go out and party and drink with friends that that heart is going to start to get better. But if we go out, even feeling that pain, even knowing that we are not okay in our hearts, if we go out and we put that focus and attention to the moments that we are in with those friends, the moment that we are drinking that wine, that we are experiencing that dinner, that we are having that conversation, again, our focus is changing, and so we are helping our hearts as well to heal. And this is going to be very important to you, your drive, your direction, how you choose to direct these unsettling changes in May. And you can begin the month feeling down, and you can end up the month feeling high. It's up to that focus and the compass of direction you have in your heart. So, Aries, I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for listening, liking, and subscribing. And hopefully, we'll see each other soon.